What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to answer the questions that you asked me on social media. So your questions are going to be answered and I'm going to do another one in a couple of weeks so you guys can get the hang of it in terms of asking me the questions that you want to know about me. Feel free to ask whatever you feel like asking, it's okay. So yeah, so I'm going to start with the most frequently asked question is how I got into like the fitness space, the personal training space. So initially it was never really my go-to. One thing I always knew is that I always loved sports. I've been active since I was in primary, and yeah, I started with athletics, then football. Actually it was football, then athletics. Then in high school I played rugby and I continued with athletics. So I've always been an active child. So it's something that I knew that I wanted to do. So my first goal was to be a professional athlete actually, but yeah, that didn't work out. And yeah, I've had my fair share of injuries that also played a big part in terms of me not making it. But yeah, so I guess being in the fitness or sports world is kind of what drove me into the fitness space, into personal training. How do I keep my clients motivated? Well, I'd say it depends on the client, because there's different types of clients. One thing you need to learn as a trainer, you need to determine why your client wants to train with you, because people want trainers for different reasons. You need to understand why they actually want you as a trainer. Is it to just give them that extra push at the gym, or is it because they need extra motivation to train? Hence you can do online training, give them programs. Do they need that extra like motivation? Do they need a motivator, or they simply need a friend? You understand? So that's one of the most important things. You need to understand why your client came to you and why they're actually getting a trainer, because one of the biggest mistakes is not knowing why your client is training with you, because sometimes they just want a friend. You understand? So that's one of the reasons one of the things you actually need to determine when they're starting to train with you, so you can retain them. You understand? Because some people are well advanced and they pretty much can like manage without a trainer. Yes, maybe if they want like specific like periodized plans, or like just try to reach that maximum peak, then yeah, we all need a trainer in that instance. You understand? But sometimes I'd say, yeah, some people just want somebody to talk to. Sometimes people just want a friend. And if you don't tick that box, as I say, as a trainer, you need to, the fitness space is a meritocracy. You need to continuously improve yourself, improve your interpersonal skills, improve your personality, and just be an overall person that people can resonate with. Because now you might have the knowledge, right? But if you don't have the right personality, you're not going to retain most of your clients because they will be bored. I mean, think about training somebody that just did a 9 to 5. They want to just detox, also have a bit of fun, and just not to just be serious in the gym. And you just cut me off your serious mode, monk, like freaking strict math teacher type of energy. Obviously, yes, the person might benefit, but if the mental state is not stimulated, they might not stay with you for long. They'll learn your ways maybe after a couple of months. They know your program, they're like, you know what, I know this. But if you give them that extra motivation, that extra like friendship, that type of like being personal with it, you understand? That's why it's called personal training for a reason. So I'd say, yeah, if you can tap into that, then you can retain and maintain most of your clientele. How will I help a client to set realistic goals? Firstly, you gotta educate your client. You understand? Because there's a lot of BS out there, and like quick results, abs in freaking 2 minutes. You understand? So yeah, you need to like educate your clients and be realistic, but also don't dim their light, don't kill their motivation, because we live in a world whereby everything is fast food, like internet. You want fast internet, you want fast responses, we just want things quick. You understand? So our brains are kind of conditioned to be less patient. So you need to strike the balance between giving them realistic goals and also them not thinking that it will take forever, because then that's when they'll like believe whatever they are told, and you lose a potential client. So I say educate them, because if you educate them, that's when they'll understand what needs to be done, and tell them that, okay, if you want to achieve that, this is what you're gonna have to do. You understand? And at sometimes that's just crazy. So I'd say most important things: educate them and push them and give them ultimatums, knowing that, okay, if you want to achieve something close to what you want, you're gonna have to sacrifice so much of that. You understand? So that's what I'd say. Do just be realistic, educate your clients, and yeah. What's my experience with injuries and rehabilitation? Oh, firstly, rehab is one of the most important things that you will ever have to do after getting injured, but one of the most boring things. That's one thing. That's my experience when it comes to rehabilitation. Oh man, I hate it. Like, I've had so many injuries. I fractured my elbow, fractured my wrist, lacerated my kidney while playing rugby, and tore my adductor magnus. I had a grade 1, I think grade 1, I can't remember properly, it was quite young. Grade 1 or grade 2 tear on my posterior cruciate ligament, and I tore both my anterior talofibular ligaments on my ankles, and now I ruptured my Achilles tendon. So yeah, that is actually the worst out of all. Yeah, because I required surgery. It was the first time I needed surgery. So yeah, that is my fresh share of like injury and rehabilitation. So, but right now I'm just dealing with the Achilles injury and just taking it step by step. Because one of the things that I've learned is that I used to be less patient. I remember when I fractured my elbow, I was doing 2 sports, right? So I was in high school. So I was doing athletics and I was also playing rugby. And I qualified for nationals for athletics, 110-meter hurdles. But I was also playing rugby at the same time, even though we started with the athletics earlier. So my coach tells me, don't go to the tour. It was in Benfilion, I think, Kroblersdal. I'm like, nah, coach, I won't go. I'm just in the team. I just want to be part of the team. I'm part of the team. So I want to make sure I stay within, that synergy, that camaraderie of being in the team. It's always amazing. I'm like, I'm just going to go there. I'm not going to play. He's like, don't play. Chapu, don't play. Chapu, money spiel me. I'm like, I won't play. So, did I listen? Of course I didn't. So, 10 minutes in the first game, right? You know what happened? I got tackled by 4 guys. Man, I was like, oh crap. I'm supposed to go to nationals in 10 days that I qualified for. Mind you, this is the first time I ever qualified for nationals. I mean, like, it's a new experience. Like, I'm going to essays. You understand? I won provincials. I was like, what? That was something big for me at the time. So I had the cast, did the thingamabob, and they said I mustn't remove it for 6 weeks. Did I listen? Did I listen? Do you think I listened? Of course I didn't listen. So I removed the cast after 10 days. Then we went in, the nationals were in Jamestown, and of course I wasn't 100%. I was supposed to have that thing for 6 weeks. I took it after 1.5, 10 days. And I competed. Oh, the first 4 hurdles were actually quite good, but after that, the wheels started falling, and yeah, I think I was dead last in my heat. Yeah, and I paid the price because, yeah, now I'm also, and even now, because I didn't really follow the necessary steps that I was supposed to, still not 100, but it doesn't really affect me much. Yeah, I can just feel it even now and then, but from far. I guess it's because I was still quite young. If I did the same thing at my age now, probably would have different results. But most importantly, guys, listen to what your doctors tell you. And yeah, sometimes just give yourself some time to heal. What is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me at the gym? Okay, I like this. Young throwback. Okay, so I was doing legs, right? So when you're training legs, a squat rack, you have parallel bars, right, to protect you when you go low and you cannot come back up, right? Yes, we had them, but I did not set them, if that's the right word. And the time I was training with my ex-girlfriend, and I asked her to spot me, like, you know, but I wasn't going heavy, you know. So I'm doing squats, it's 130 kilograms, not heavy. Reps. Then all of a sudden, boom, my legs just locked out of nowhere. And mind you, this is a weight that I've lifted so many times for so many reps. And she's spotting me behind me, right? So the parallel bars are not there to save me. I am low, like my ass to grass type of vibe. So it's actually harder when to come back from that position because your glutes are so low. And then she's behind me. I'm like, oh crap. I'm looking around like, guys, there's nobody. I literally fell backwards with the weight. And she fell with me. Oh man, that was embarrassing. That was so terrible. So yeah, she fell with me, but luckily she did not get hurt. I don't know how. Like but I also tried to make sure that most of the weight doesn't fall on her. I don't know how I actually come to think of it. Like, how did she not get it? She just my young bruised knee, and man, that was embarrassing. Man, I'm like, damn. I'm sure people were like ego lifting, but it wasn't even that heavy. It was 130 kilograms. That's not ego lifting, and it's a weight that I've lifted so many times. So yeah, some days you have bad days, I guess. But yeah, that was quite embarrassing. Is your biggest gym pet peeve? Oof. I have quite a few actually. Like, probably I'd say hygiene. I think it goes with everyone. Like, I mean, if somebody lifts a sweat on the machine, I mean, come on, wipe it. You understand? But one thing I don't like is, you know, when guys are doing arms on a squat rack. I'm like, it's a squat rack. Like, it's a squat rack. Like, why are you doing your arms there? Like, that annoys me. Especially during peak hours. I mean, like, where else am I supposed to lift like maybe 200 kgs and just put on my back? I need a squat rack. You understand? So yeah, that is one of the most annoying things that I hate at the gym. Hey, what sports am I into? Oh, I'm into a lot of sports actually. I'm into rugby, athletics, football, soccer, but it's football, American football, tennis, athletics, swimming. Like, I'm into actually a lot of sports. Like, I might be forgetting a few, but I love sports in general. Like, I love a lot of sports. I'm informed about sport. So yeah, I'm also willing to try out new sports and actually see how I can adapt, because I'm quite versatile. Like, I never really had any formal coaching for tennis, but I actually could beat some of the guys that were in the school's team. Yeah, but yeah, let's say, yeah, I love a lot of sport, man. Like, I'm a very sporty person. How old am I? Oh, how old do I look, guys? I think I should ask you. I should leave it to you guys. How old do I look? I get that a lot. But I think if you actually want to find out, it's actually quite easy to find out how old I am. But let me get my heart broken. Let me ask you guys, how old do I look? What is my strongest lift or my most impressive lift? That is a good question. Most people, I tell them, because I'd say deadlifts. My PR is 260. It's up there, but I wouldn't say it's the most impressive. No, my most impressive lift is a concentration curl, 48 kilogram. I concentrate 48 kilogram for my concentration curls. Like, that is quite impressive in my books. I think that's impressive. I don't do that a lot because I don't like training my arms too much, because my arms actually respond fast when I train compared to my calves. Compared to my calves. And I'd say my other muscles, my chest and my quads actually respond quite fast. The only downside that I've had of my quads is because I got so many injuries. So sometimes to get that flow of momentum is quite hard because of injuries and stuff like that. But concentration girls. If I were to train with somebody famous, who would I train with? That is a good question. I think I have two. One at the gym and one on the track. I'd like to do sprints with Trayvon Bromell, American sprinter. Like, I'd love to do sprints with Trayvon Bromell. Seems like a nice, humble guy. And I love his tenacity. Like, you know, he's battled so many serious injuries and still managed to come back. And I love the fact that he believes he's a very spiritual person. So I'd say Trayvon Bromell. In the gym, man, Say Ronnie Coleman, man. Lightweight, baby. That's the great Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, I'd love to have a session with him and just, learn from both parties, like Trayvon and Ronnie. Sure, you can get a lot of knowledge and just, how it feels to be there at the top. Understand? So yeah, those are the athletes that I love to train with. Of course, there's a lot in terms of, like, maybe if you ask me each sport, that I would also have different answers, because I love a lot of sports, and I've tried a lot of sports. So yeah, that is what I'd say.